Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yoki Man here. Welcome back to another episode of the Spurs Master League. Now I know it's been a couple of days since you guys got a Master League video. I do apologise with the release of FIFA. That went into overdrive, doing stuff on Twitch as well. Just did not have time over the weekend as well, just with some social stuff. Obviously, smart social stuff. Did not get a chance to get stuff done. But I did enjoy the games of football. I definitely enjoyed Spurs beating Man United 6-1 as a Leeds fan. That was pleasurable for me. But today we're going to end the season. We're going to play against Burnley and Leicester. We're also going to go through the squad, see how they've got on this season, see how some of our players have got on, see some of the top goal scorers and how some other teams have got on, and also start to plot and plan the pre-season. I'm so excited about doing pre-season for Season 2. I really think that this team isn't miles off. Although Man City have won the league already, they've got 96 points. That's a gap I'm not sure we can bridge. But the 8-point gap between us and Liverpool, maybe. Interesting though, interesting. But let's get into this one. Let's pick the squad for the Burnley game. Right guys, so this will be the squad for the Burnley game. We've got Dele Alli coming in as shadow striker. Lloris is going to take a rest in this one. Very strong squad. Burnley should be difficult to up top. I seem to struggle with. We'll see how we get on. I haven't played the game as well in a couple of days, so we know what that means. Rusty. Hopefully not, though. I think we've got a strong enough side to get something out of this one. So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First game of today's episode. One of two in today's episode, so it'll be a bit different only playing 2 games, but there's a lot to unpack here for us towards the end of this season. I'm going to chuck this one out there early in the episode. Thank you very much for your guys' continued support. Master League will be going nowhere on the channel. In fact, I'm downloading version 2 of the data pack or option file, whatever you want to call it, right now as we speak. I'm looking forward to importing that one because they've done it the way that makes it a little bit easier for PC. It's still going to be the same on PlayStation, but just a little bit easier for us PC users. We don't need to do all the adding and whatnot. But yeah, I'm looking forward to using that. There might be some new different faces in it, updated kits. I think it adds the MLS, which should be interesting. Obviously, that won't impact this save. But yeah, I'm excited for that, and I'm excited for continued Master Leagues. Obviously, the Barcelona one is on hold and may be done because the simming aspect of PES just is not up there. It just really isn't. It's a shame, but you're better off playing the games if you're playing this one, and I think Reguilon is offside. He's not offside. Harry Kane goes close there early doors, but I just want to chuck out a massive thank you. Whether you came here and subbed for PES or you subbed for FIFA, it means a lot to me. The channel has grown so much. We're not even a month into making content on both of these games, and the channel has grown massively, and I can't thank your guys' support enough. But let's win this game against Burnley. I've managed to find a beautiful ball into Harry Kane here. Danger position for Harry Kane. Doesn't take much for him, does it? Doesn't. You can't let him in these positions, guys. As if Burnley haven't learned that from this season. Interesting celebration as well there with Douglas Costa. As if teams haven't learned this by now. Do not let Harry Kane get in behind. Was really impressed with how he beat the offside trap and just the defence. This run from him was beautiful. Fantastic ball in from Costa. Great run. Gets away from the defenders and never in doubt, really. Never in doubt. Reguilon now in a dangerous position. I'm going to try and loft that into Harry Kane, and that was nearly 2. We're dangerous here. We're looking very dangerous. The football is flowing extremely nicely. I'm enjoying myself in this one. I can tell you that. This is good movement. They're not picking up Reguilon at all. When we move forward, Reguilon's just in acres of space. We're going to make them pay eventually with that. Bergwijn now cuts inside, finds Dele Alli. He's going to find Harry Kane. Surely! What a save! What a save. I don't know if they have in net. Maybe Joe Hart. But what a save this was. Great play from Bergwijn and then from Dele Alli to find Harry Kane there in that position. What a save, though. Doherty now will find Kane on the edge. And it is Joe Hart in net. It is Joe Hart in net. And he clutches it to his chest. That's another good save from him, really. Interesting. What just popped up on the screen, actually, is it comes up when they change stuff. And they've decided now that they're going to tight mark Harry Kane. So that's interesting. I've not actually seen that pop up before. That's cool to see that the opposition are making that change because obviously Harry Kane's just been given a lot of freedom in this game so far, which has caused them a lot of problems. Free kick now for Burnley. Let's see if they can do anything magical here. They managed to get it into Barnes. No, will fire off a great shot and a good save from Gazaniga. No one was picking him up. And that's corner now to Burnley. I'm sure they'll want to do something from this. Just coming into half-time, it would be a great time for them to score a goal. We've lifted it up, but they still retain the ball. McNeil whips it in. Wood is in their bounds again. And they do score just before half-time. And although we've been on top this entire game, a scrappy situation in the box on a corner has led to a Burnley goal. We're now at 1-1. We need to pick our game up in the second half. We shouldn't be letting this happen. To be honest with you, we should already be 2 or 3 up with the chances we've had. And a scrappy moment at the corner. Dwight McNeil lifts that one up. And lucky ball lands right there in front of Ashley Barnes. 1-1. Well, not really what you wanted on the stroke of half-time, is it? A goal there from Ashley Barnes. But it is what it is. If we don't take our chances, then we're going to leave opposition with the opportunity to get back into the game. Dele Alli now, dangerous position. We'll find Harry Kane. He's going to have to move the ball out wide, though, to Doherty. He's going to try and lift that one in for Harry Kane. Straight at Joe Hart. Didn't get his best header on it, did he? Oh, I've spotted Bergwijn now, making a great run. What can I do with Bergwijn in this situation? What a block there from the defender, though. Oh, they've given the ball away now. And then Bele can't find anyone. Harry Kane's going to come back for that, though. We'll find Douglas Costa, who's going to give it to Doherty, and Harry Kane's coming back in. Well marked, though. Ndombele now, edge of the box. Oh, Ndombele, it goes wide. I just thought for a brief moment that was going in, but great start to this second half. You can see the lads want to overturn this 1-1 at the moment. Double sub here from us. We're going to bring Sessegnon on, who's up for the game. Just going to use his pace, really. Bergwijn's a little bit knackered. And Foyth at the back. Let's see what we can do. We're also going to go attacking now, I think. Harry Kane now. To Dele Alli. Dele Alli to Douglas Costa! Oh, that's a terrible shot from Costa. On his weaker foot, unfortunately for us. He took it with his weaker foot. Maybe I should have let it roll over his body a little bit more. Took a little bit of a snapshot there, really. But we found them wide open. But yeah, he's dragged that well wide. Dele Alli plays that out wide to Doherty. Doherty tries to stand it up for Harry Kane, but it's all over the shot. We might win this back here. Dele Alli does in the end win it back. I'm going to play that into Douglas Costa. Dangerous position for Douglas Costa. He snaps it. Harry Kane! That surely will be the winner now for Tottenham. We get a little bit lucky. Joe Hart's been superb, to be fair. He does not deserve that today. He's had a fantastic game in net. We win the ball back. A little bit rash from then. I spot the run of Costa, and I went for the shot. I'm not going to lie. Maybe I should have tried to play it in the first instance. But Harry Kane gets the goal nonetheless. Oh, no. We've let Chris Wood in. They're straight back in the game. Absolute idiotic moment here for Tottenham. Idiotic. I pulled a player out of position. It's my fault, really, but very, very frustrating to concede that, you know. There's not really anything on this game. We've already secured third spot, but we want to win all our games, and we've been so good in this one. We really have. The amount of chances we've created, that moment there for Harry Kane, and it's this here. I pulled Foyth out, and with Reguilon, I pulled him back. I didn't realise it had switched, and I pulled him back instead of chasing with Wood. Douglas Costa finds Kane here. What can Kane do? He turns! He scores! Oh my God! He's done it again! It's an hat-trick! Oh God! Lost me cool then for a second, guys. Lost my cool for a second. Did not see this one coming. What a great game so far. I just turned and shot with him. I didn't think it was going to go in, but that's Harry Kane for you, ladies and gentlemen. The captain, the club captain for next season for sure as well, without a doubt. He just makes magic happen, and we just managed to get away from Tarkowski to get a shot off, and well, guys, hopefully we keep this lead. So there we go, guys. 3-2 in the end. A crazy end to the game. We scored in the 86th. They scored in the 88th. We then scored again in the 90th. Hat-trick ball for the captain, Harry Kane. Wow, that was... What a great game back on PES. That was fantastic. I enjoyed every minute of that. I really did. That was brilliant. Well, guys, if that doesn't deserve a thumbs up, I don't know what does. That was just an incredible game, right? Just an incredible game of football for our first episode. We've had some unbelievable matches this year. When I look back at the videos, we played some fantastic football in some brilliant games, some crazy results as well, some dramatic games. And that was right up there with one of them. That really was. But we're now going to go and pick our team for the last time this season to take on Leicester. I'm a little bit sad, you know. Sad but excited, you know. Final game of the season. There'll be a few players maybe that we don't use again next season. They get moved on or new players come in. But let's look forward to this one. Last game of the season. There is still hope for Leeds to get to stay up. They're a point away from staying up, but we'll see what happens. Right, guys, so this will be the squad for the last game of the season. As you can see, it is absolutely full strength. We're going out and we're going for a win here. I'm not taking it easy. I'm not going to play the youngsters because we've already secured our position. I am going to change. I need to do this in reality on the actual game plan and change it to Harry Kane. I don't know about you guys, but I pretty much pick my team. We've got the formation. I pretty much pick my team per every game. So I never do it in the actual game plan bit, but I need to set Harry Kane to be the club captain, that's for sure. Especially now there's question marks on Lloris being at the club next season, because a lot of people reckon that we should get rid of him and bring in 2 new goalkeepers. One of them we know already who we want, the lad from Dynamo, Lajkovic, but I don't know who else we'd bring in, and they'd be backup, so that'd be interesting. They've got a very strong side of Leicester. We're going to watch out for the danger man, of course, Jamie Vardy. We did still concede 2 against Burnley. Let's see how we get on. So here we go, guys. Last game of the season. Tottenham against Leicester. It's a good one as well. I'm also hoping as well, because I've noticed this, because we didn't use updated squads and whatnot, because it's not out yet, obviously. I'm hoping a lot of the teams in the Premiership do improve, because there is a big gap. You'll notice in several positions in the league, there's big gaps. So I'm hoping that that changes next season. It's a bit more close, it's a bit more competitive, because it hasn't been close. I mean, we've been in third near enough all season, and quite comfortably in third pretty much all season. And the teams, there's no battles on this final day of the season, apart from at the bottom of the table with Leeds. That's it, though. There's no other battles. All European competition is sorted. Nobody can move places in those positions. So I'm hoping it's a bit more of a competitive Premiership next season. But Davis now spotted Harry Kane making a little bit of a run up there, but I just couldn't get the ball to him. Already feels like this is going to be more difficult than Burnley. They're not as easy to break down, and I think maybe Burnley were easier to break down because of the 2 up top. Dangerous position now for Gareth Bale. He beats his man. He whips it in. We got Bergwijn in there. We can't find him. Dembele. Oh, that wasn't that far off, you know. That really wasn't. Jamie Vardy turns and shoots. Well held by Lloris, though. Got to watch out. They've always got that danger man there, and we've struggled to get it going so far. G. Bale now. Oh, I've got runners. Kane. Son! Oh, what a save from Schmeichel. Brilliant play again, though, from us. Brilliant play, but what a save from Schmeichel. It was just great. A great move all round between Bale, Kane, and then Son. I thought that was going to be a fantastic goal. Doherty now is going to find Bergwijn. 1-0 Tottenham. Fantastic goal for Bergwijn. I'm very, very happy for that man. Do you know what? There was moments in the early stages of the season where I questioned Bergwijn. But I've got to be honest, as a squad player, when you've got all these stars going forward, he's played a fantastic role for us in this year's game and in this season. He's been very important to us. 82 rated. I'd like to see him improving more, if I'm being 100% honest. But just an all-round solid player to have in the team. Oh, Sionchu made a mistake. Harry Kane hits the post and he's back off the goalkeeper. Oh, and another mistake nearly. Oh, that was a moment. That was a moment. Sionchu makes the mistake and just blasts it against Harry Kane. He manages to set himself for the shot, but it's well saved in the end. Well, it comes off the post and then hits Schmeichel's back and nearly goes in, but they get away with it in the end. There we go, guys. 1-0 at half-time. And well-deserved, really. Not many opportunities for Leicester. We were dominant. Played some good football. Maybe, again, we're in this situation where we should have a second. We need to kill games off. But as you can see there, dominance from ourselves. Doherty won the ball there in a dangerous position. Gareth Bale now making the run. Gareth Bale now. I spot Son, though. I'm going to try and lift it to him. Son! Went for the spectacular. Probably should have brought that down, for being honest. Son was in acres, wasn't he? It was an absolute acre of space. And, well, I went for the spectacular, didn't I? Because why not? Last game of the season. Celso's won the ball back again now. Oh, I found Gareth Bale. Dangerous position. Well in Christian Fuchs there, to be fair to him. So managed to have ourselves in a dangerous position for Jamie Vardy, who scores, but has it been given? That's the question. I don't think it has. What's going on here? Has it been given as an own goal? Okay, they cut us open. It was a good move, to be fair to them, but I don't know what's been given it. It's an own goal. It's another ridiculous own goal in this series from Doherty. Well, I'm actually going to make a triple sub. I'm going to bring Mora on because it could be his last game for the club, and I'm just going to bring a few youngsters on. I mean, we've conceded that ridiculous own goal, but we're kind of used to those kind of situations happening. I don't know why, if Doherty does get to the ball there, why he can't head it out. It's a bit, I don't know, crazy. But we should be further up in this. Again, it's a carbon copy of why aren't we further up in the game. Badoo now, though, never mind. But yeah, why aren't we further up in the game? But we've got some fresh legs on going forward, and we'll give some of the youngsters a bit more game time in this one. Maybe I should have played them for the outset. I just wanted to go for the throats here of Leicester, but nevertheless, I think our rotation players are fairly decent. Bergwijn now, though, and the Bele. Oh, I spotted Son again, but just couldn't get the ball to him. I will this time. What can he do with it? Into Badoo, who shoots well wide. He doesn't have that same turn and shoot as Harry Kane, does he? All right, let's see what Leicester can do from this free kick then. Good ball in. Dangerous ball in. Skriniar is up for it, though. And Bergwijn now will set away Son. And Son surely will set away Mora. And Mora now is dangerous. You don't want him running at you. He's going to play that back to Badoo, who's going to lock that on to Son. And Son surely in this position will put it absolutely wide. And yeah, I don't know what happened there. Usually count on Son in that position to bang it in the back of the net. Tielemans wins the ball back now. Oh. Lucas Moura now turns Bennett. Oh, Lucas Moura's on a run here. Son. No, it's Badoo. It's not who I wanted to give the ball to. Really not who I wanted to give the ball to. Son now. We'll look for Lucas Moura. Again, not the man I wanted. Unfortunately, sometimes with the through balls, the actual direction of what player you want the ball to go to can be a little bit iffy, unfortunately, but it's just kind of the way it goes. You kind of get used to it on PES. I've had like this full season now to kind of get used to some of the dodgy animations, I suppose you could say. They're going to whip this into Vardy. We do all right there. Yeah, I've kind of had enough time now in the game to get used to and get over those dodgy moments. Because there's no doubt there's a couple of opportunities easily every game where you could be through on goal, but because of the animation switch or the slowness, it doesn't work for you. And then sometimes you play a through ball that you don't think he's going to make it, and it does. Oh, well in, Ben Davis. What can I do, though? Got Badoo. Oh, well in, Badoo. Oh, my God, that's going to be a red card. Oh, that's so cynical. We were in there as well. Referee, get him off the pitch. Ta-ta, Bennett. See you later, pal. Ah, so frustrated, though. So frustrated because, to be honest with you, could have done with just him being through, because I think he probably would have scored in that situation. Well, a dramatic red card. And will this be the first free kick goal that Yorkie scores on PES? Probably not, but we'll see. Obviously not. Son now, though. Son! Oh, wow. Schmeichel's got those reflexes, hasn't he? He's like a cat. Throw in here. What can we create? What can we create? Gedson. I need to spot a runner now. We don't really have one. Doherty will lift that one up. Oh, Lucas Moura is in there, but indeed he's there as well. I don't think we've got enough in us to break them down here, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be very difficult for us. They played so well defensively there towards the end of the game, Leicester. That moment when we were through with Badoo was probably the moment, but unfortunately brought down a red card for Leicester on the final game of the season. Only Tottenham scored in this one because it was an own goal for their goal. But the season is done. Third place is secured. But let's find out where Leeds finished, yeah? So it is a sad day for the Premiership as Leeds United have indeed been relegated, and so have Burnley. So that point against us could have been key for them. Unfortunately, on goal difference, can't be goal difference, must be head-to-head, because they have the same goal difference as West Brom. They have actually stayed up with West Brom, so that's very interesting. And the rest of the table is, as you've seen it a few times, the only swap was Manchester and Chelsea, but they were both going to get Europa League regardless. Some decent seasons there, I suppose. Everton probably would have done a lot better with the new players coming in. Obviously, we know that wasn't the case, and I'm expecting quite a few transfers to be done. Arsenal in 4th, Tottenham in 3rd, Liverpool in 2nd, Manchester City in 1st. Let's also remember as well, Chelsea probably would have done a lot better with their players coming in as well, but we did no transfers. Well, guys, it's time to learn the Premiership team of the season. And if we have any players in it, and if we do, how many? Surely Kane's got to be in this and potentially Son. Well, this is an absolute ridiculousness. Look at it. We've got a good few players in here. Harry Kane, obviously, and Son, obviously, as I would expect it. But Lucas Moura got in there. And again, you know, we're thinking about selling him, but he was a great servant for the club this season. He really was. Interestingly, Declan Rice got in there, and he's a player that I wouldn't mind us picking up. And the big surprise, really, for me, is how the hell Dele Alli got in there. I mean, Dele Alli was a maybe man for us this season. Maybe we play him, maybe we don't. And a lot of the time we didn't play him, but he's managed to get himself the cam role in the team of the season. So maybe keeping Dele Alli around is smart. But yeah, it does not surprise me that Kane and Son are in there. What shocks me is Manchester City won the league fairly comfortably. Don't have a single player in here. So here we go, guys. Let's take a look at how our team has done this season. We're going to go on the overall and not just the league. Obviously, Hugo Lloris there already, 43 games. Alderweireld with 28. He did okay, 5.6 average rating, but the ratings are they're a little bit iffy, let's be honest. They are a little bit iffy. But there's a few players in here that chipped in quite well this season. Harry Winks seen 24 games. I expect him to start getting more and more. But Lamela there, 18 games, 3 goals, 3 assists. Just goes to show how good he actually was when he did get game time for us, because he did that on minimal game time. Well, Bergwijn there with 5 goals, 3 assists. Again, I would love more from him in the goals column, though. Lucas Moura with 8 goals and 6 assists. Good season for him, really, in 36 games. Lucas Moura actually played the same amount of games as Son did, but Son, in 36 games, got 15 goals and 8 assists. Son was brilliant for us this season. You can see some players there like Foyth and Tanganga didn't get many. Højbjerg on 13, so I think Højbjerg is probably someone we look to get rid of. And then Bele on 33, Gedson on 22 games. You could tell by players that we used a bit more. I can use this as well to see, okay, this player did not play enough football. We can probably get rid of them. And then in the football that they did play, how much of an impact did they have? But moving on, you got Oliver Skip there with 6 games, Gazaniga with 8, Dele Alli with 25, but only 3 goals. And in that shadow striker position where Son played a lot of games, we need more output from someone like Dele Alli. But 4 assists, though, not a terrible season. Troy Parrott with only 7 appearances, didn't get a single goal. Gareth Bale with 35 appearances, 8 goals, 7 assists, a decent return there from him back in the Spurs uniform. We got Aurier there with 21 appearances. So to be fair, we did get a good use out of him. 17 from Skriniar, but let's remember, he came in January, so 17 appearances from January is pretty decent. Reguilon there with 33. Badu actually with 31. We did use him quite a lot to help him improve more than anything. But in those 31, 5 goals and 5 assists. I'm quite happy with that. Douglas Costa, 14 games since he joined. And the big one, of course, there, Harry Kane. 40 appearances and 27 goals for Kane. This season would have not gone the way it went if it wasn't for that man. And last but not least, Ryan Sessegnon. 15 appearances, 3 goals. Pretty decent for us when he came on the pitch. Harry Kane, obviously, though, was the key figure in this team. He made the team tick. You take Harry Kane out of this team, and I wouldn't have done anywhere near as good as we actually did in the end. In fact, it'd have probably been really bad for us. So the top goal scorer this season actually was Aubameyang with 31 goals. Harry Kane coming in second with 24. What's nice is to see we got 2 players on this list. As you can see there, Aguero with 20, Mane with 18, Sterling with 16. There was some decent players in this list, but it's good to see Son there with 12 as well in the league. But Harry Kane topping it. Coming second in the list. What a season Aubameyang must have had. Let's look at the assists as well, though. Jordan Henderson up there. The first player we've got, actually, which is crazy when you think about it again, is Harry Kane. So it just really can't overstate more how important Harry Kane has been to this team. If he hadn't been in the team, the way we play, I don't think maybe a top-tier striker we could have done well with, but there was no doubt we performed a million times better when Harry Kane was on the pitch. I felt more comfortable because at any moment, I could turn and shoot. Like that Burnley game, and potentially the ball's in the back of the net. And you really do feel that difference, because a player like Bodu just can't do that. And Harry Kane did that consistently. I thought while we were here, we'd take a quick sneaky peek at some other of the big leagues. And you see here, PSG won the league very comfortably there in France. But what's crazy is the rest of the top 6 then. Lille finishing 7th, just outside of that. And Lyon in 10th. which is just insane. Lyon's squad is brilliant. Nice have a decent squad as well, but yeah, Lyon in 10th. So the crazy doesn't stop. I've gone and looked at the Italian league. I think PES might be broken. Fiorentina won it. It was a very close league. Fiorentina won it. Lazio came second. Juve came third. I think maybe PES is just a touch broken on its realism in terms of the actual results. And we learnt this, didn't we? I think this is probably one of, and I'm not picking holes. You guys should know already by now, I like FIFA and PES. I like them both, and I like them for the qualities that they have. But let's be honest, the simulation on PES is not good. It's not good. They need to work on it for the next one, definitely. And this is just an update, but they definitely need to work on it. And stuff like this is proving that. We learned that in the Barca save, because you couldn't sim games with Barca because we just drew everything. And it's kind of showing up in this one. There's no way Fiorentina should win this league with 76 points and Juve be... I know it's close, but that's crazy. Well, it wasn't crazy in Spain, though. It seems to have been nailed in Spain, the simulation, because Barcelona finished top, Real Madrid second, Atletico third, and Valencia fourth. Does mean Valencia had a much better season than last, and Sevilla down there in 16th, so that's a bit interesting. But still, very, very good, and Barcelona won it fairly comfortably in the end. And last but not least, we have the German league. Bayern Munich won it unbelievably. They really did. 87 points, 17 points ahead of Borussia Dortmund in second. Leipzig in third, Gladbach in fourth. Hertha Berlin in fifth, obviously much improved there. I think they've got a rich benefactor. An interesting one is Wolfsburg down there in 13th. Bayer Leverkusen there taking sixth place. So yeah, decent season there for Bayern Munich really, but I suppose it's what you'd expect. I would class them as probably the European giant at the moment. They're the powerhouse of European football without a doubt, and world football really. Well, we have received a management offer from this team, a 3F Superliga side. I don't even know what league that is. Obviously, we're not going to take it. We're not going to take it. Very interesting. I thought we might have been given like a really cushy, offered a really big job, one of the big boys, but no, apparently not. Our services aren't wanted that much. Well, guys, we've received some offers to end the episode. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these offers now. I'm not going to take any of them. We're just going to go through them. And then I'm going to leave it with you guys. So the way this is going to work is this will be uploaded today. Happy deadline day, everyone. This will be uploaded today. And I'm going to take probably a 2-day break from PES, only to give you guys time to get feedback and information. I've already got quite a bit of information of guys that you've been suggesting throughout the season that we maybe look at and potentially sell. But I'm going to leave these transfer offers with you as well. And let me know what you think. I do apologise, but it's the best way for me to do it, to give you guys a couple of days to catch up with the series or to watch the episodes if you've missed them or if you're busy. I want everyone to be able to have a bit of an input. And I think by giving the episode a couple of days of being up, then it gives all you guys an opportunity and I can see the round opinion. I also want to say, if what you do suggest or ask for doesn't come off, doesn't happen, I do apologise, but sometimes I do like to go for some players that I want. But first of all, Dele Alli, 52 mil. What we saying, boys? We can get up to about 60. They'll definitely go up for his release clause. They'll go all that way. In fact, they might even pay his release clause, which means we'd have to renegotiate a contract. I know we talked about not selling Dele. We did talk about that. But he's going to command a huge fee. And to be honest with you, with the amount he played, we could sign a young. I'm thinking Houssman Ayor from Lyon, who just had a terrible season, to replace Dele Alli. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think it'd be interesting. We've got a few small ones here for Fagan Walcott and Whiteman. You know, they're nothing bits. Obviously, we already know Højbjerg is leaving. We've got a huge one from Juve for Son, which, you know, you guys don't even need to give me no feedback on that. He's not going nowhere. We've also got one for Lucas Moura. We talked about this before, selling Lucas Moura. Not sure I want to sell him to Chelsea. And I really do like using him. I really do like using Lucas Moura. And he's not going to command that much of a fee. But your suggestions, again, is what I would like there in the comments section. Alderweireld, I believe we sold, yet, to Man City. And then, obviously, Lloris with PSG. Now, I'm a little bit reluctant to let him go because he's so good. And he isn't worth that much. But the suggestions have been that we get rid of Lloris and we start with new goalkeepers. Now, we do know one goalkeeper that we're going to go in for, but I would then need a young backup goalkeeper. So suggestions on him would be much needed. But yeah, potentially. I know some people wanted... Donnarumma was mentioned, costs too much. If we're going in for Lajkovic, who will most likely be our starting goalkeeper and hopefully progress really well, then we need another goalkeeper that's going to be backup, not a goalkeeper that is going to be starting. I don't want to waste a load of money in this window on two goalkeepers and both being extremely expensive. There is the potential that we go in for a Dybala in this one. I'm very much aware that that would cost all our money, and I think we need to strengthen in a few positions, but maybe we could. Also, while we're here, I'm a bit of an idiot, bit of a moron, but this just shows that I read your comments. The legend that suggested to do defensive fullback said offensive fullback. So I'm not the best at reading, but I read them all. So we're going with offensive fullback now, as suggested, and hopefully he'll go back to an 80 because I am a fan of Doherty and I don't feel like we need to replace him yet. I'd like to see how well he does with the team. So yeah, offensive fullback. Hopefully that works. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for Season 1. It's been a hell of a ride. I've loved it. There's been some ups, there's been some downs, but if anything, it's been fantastic for my channel, and it's been fantastic for me because I've really enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed using this Spurs team. If you're new around here, smash the like button and subscribe, obviously. Ding dong notification bell. That's what all these great subscriber, YouTuber people say. Do that stuff, please. Do it. It'd be great. Fantastic. Ding, 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 dong. But anyway, guys, that's been it for me. I hope you guys are staying safe. I will see you in a couple of days' time where we will start the new season and do the transfer window. There will be instant games in the new season as well. I might do a little bit of a longer blockbuster-style episode for the start of next season. Now we've got into the rhythm of how we record these videos. I'm looking forward to your guys' feedback. I appreciate y'all. Take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.